How to document your dreams as a prophetic dreamer. Now, as a prophetic dreamer, it is very important that we have a way to document our dreams. I personally will say to get a notebook over a phone, just because I've had experiences where my phone magically lost notes. So I do recommend actually grabbing a notebook. In this notebook, I am going to give you a full rundown of what you want to document each and every time you have a dream. Okay, so the first thing that you're going to document in your notebook is not even after the dream itself, it's actually before. I want you to start writing down anything that you are praying for, anything that is currently in petition to the Lord. Are you waiting for a response on something? Are you lifting someone up in prayer? Are you asking the Lord to intercede or intervene in some way, shape, or form? And if so, what are those things? The reason that you're writing that down is because sometimes we will have dreams concerning the things that we've prayed for, and if you're like me, you might not remember. Sometimes the Lord might answer you 2, 3, 4 months later, and you don't even remember that you asked him for it. Sometimes you prayed about something the night before and you don't remember that you mentioned that to the Lord. And in some dreams, you will find that the symbolism directly aligns with what you asked the Lord to reveal to you, but you won't remember that unless you have written it down. So get in the habit of writing that information down in your notebook prior to having any dreams. Okay, so for the rest of the dream journal, I'm going to go in order. When you wake up, the first thing that I want you to do is to make sure you grab that journal and you start writing. If you are new to your prophetic dreams, start writing with your eyes closed, because what you'll find is that sometimes when you open your eyes, you forget the dream. So start writing with your eyes closed if you are new to prophetic dreaming. If you are a little bit more seasoned, just go ahead and write the dream, every single thing that you remember. Do not leave out details. Even if it's a bird flying in the sky or it's a worm on the ground, write every single thing you are shown in that dream. Everything that you can remember, write it down. After you write down the dream in its entirety, go ahead and write down the date of the dream. I usually do night of, and then I'll put the date, or I do morning of. I do morning of if it's one of those situations where I've woken up for a little bit and then I've done some stuff and I fell back asleep, okay? And then I know, like, within that 20-minute span, the Lord has shown me something, I'm going to write morning of. Otherwise, I write night of, and then I write down what the Lord has given me. Also, in this dream journal, from time to time, the Lord will allow you to interpret your own dreams. If this happens, make sure that you are ready to write as well. I've had it where I wrote the dream down, and directly after I finished, the Holy Spirit began to speak to me and interpret the dream that I just had. So be ready to write that down. Have blank sheets of paper. If you don't have a full notebook, have more than one sheet of paper, because it might be lengthy. Overall, those are the tips that I use to document my prophetic dreams. If you are new to prophetic dreaming and you're not yet able to tell what's a prophetic dream and what's not, go ahead and document anything that you feel might be a prophetic dream. It's okay if you're wrong, but I would prefer you to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. All right, y'all, that's it. As always, if you have any more tips or you have anything else that you would like to add, please add it in the comment section, and I will talk to y'all later. Blessings and love.